The former President, Honorable Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, will now deliver her eulogy.
To the family of Mother Johnny Ponce Enrile, my deepest condolences. Senate President Soto, honorable senators, ladies and gentlemen. Juan Ponce Enrile will surely go down in history as one of the most awe-inspiring political figures of our time, truly a legend in his own lifetime. To many, the legend is rooted in his role as the formidable Secretary of Defense during the martial law years. But he grew beyond that legend through the sheer force of his intelligence, political skill, and powerful presence. He became the most enduring public servant of our era, sometimes intimidating, but always respected by friend and foe alike for his unsurpassed brilliance. Beyond his public achievements, Manang Johnny combined intellect with personal loyalty and kindness. My family remembers this well. And so, of the 5 minutes I was given to make this eulogy, may I spend a couple of minutes about our own personal memories. During martial law, from time to time, my father, former President Diosdado Macapagal, was in limbo. But he sometimes needed to make small requests from the government for minor matters. Because he could no longer reach President Marcos Sr. directly, Dad would write a note, wait for Senator Enrile, Secretary Enrile at that time, at a diplomatic reception, hand it to him, and quietly explain his request. I know of no instance in which Secretary Enrile ever turned my father down, and he unfailingly gave him the dignity due to a former president. For this, my family and I will always have a big place in our hearts and memories for Manang Johnny. So for the baptism of my son, Dato, we asked him to be godfather. It was a role that he warmly accepted. Many years later, I was executive director of the Garment and Textile Export Board and found myself colliding with powerful interests. A Senate hearing was convened against me. And in that hearing, Senator Enrile declared, Gloria Macapagal Arroyo is like Caesar's wife. She is not only without sin, she also appears without sin. Oh, that made my day and helped my career. We were senators together in the 10th Congress, and I had a chance to marvel at his mastery, especially when he sponsored the comprehensive tax reform of 1997. When I was president, he sponsored the Human Security Act of 2007, something which our country needed to address the threat of terrorism to the national security of the country. I was still president when Senator Enrile became Senate President Enrile. Under his leadership, the Senate passed many measures, a lot of them really important to my administration. May I just mention a few of them? The Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program Extension Act, the Expanded Senior Citizens Act, and the Real Estate Investment Act for social reform as well as for improving the investment climate. In the aftermath of the Maguindanao massacre, he was in Malacanang Palace working late into the night, helping me craft my proclamation of martial law in Maguindanao. Manong Johnny lived many lives in one lifetime. Successful lawyer, bank chairman, insurance commissioner, customs commissioner, finance secretary, justice secretary, defense secretary, batasang pambansa member, congressman, senator, senate president, and finally, chief presidential legal counsel. Few Filipinos have served the Republic in so many capacities, across so many eras, with such longevity and impact. The sharpness of his mind matched his longevity. Even in his later years, he stayed intellectually awesome, arguing with precision, recalling history with detail, and offering counsel grounded in decades of experience. He was, up to the end, a statesman of rare endurance. His clarity of thought and force of will continued to shape national discourse well into his twilight years. As we bid farewell to Manong Johnny Ponce Enrile, Secretary, Senate President, we remember not only the legend that he became, but also, for my person and my family, the man of loyalty, depth, and humanity behind the legend. His imprint in our nation and the lives he touched will endure. May a grateful nation remember him with respect and appreciation. Manong Johnny, rest in peace and thank you.
The Lord lift his countenance upon